welcome to this video. Today I'll be doing an EFT, emotional freedom technique, tapping video, all on weight loss, body image, foods that we try and eat or control ourselves with the whole diet culture, and how we can start to move more into confidence. It's an amazing and super powerful healing technique that helps you to release any blocks in your body or phobias or fears or limitations within your energy field. That means that you don't live in your highest alignment. If you're not sure what EFT is, I encourage you to go back and look at some of my other videos, and then you'll be able to copy along with what I'm doing right now and know what is happening in your own body. Okay, let's get started. Just copy where I'm tapping and repeat after me what I'm saying. So you'll notice that I'll say a phrase and then that's your cue to copy what I'm saying, either hopefully out loud, or you can say it in your mind if if you've got people around you. Just as long as you're making a conscious mental note that you're repeating those words. And just a reminder that we first of all have to tap on what is real for you right now. What is the limitation? What is it that you're feeling? Where are your blocks? How are you living? And really bringing deep acceptance to that. And then that is when the energy can be released. And then that is when we can start to tap into the affirmations, the positive things that we do want to bring into our lives, the positive ways of how we do want to live our lives. Okay, let's get started. First of all, just have a moment closing your eyes and just feeling into your relationship with your own weight, how you look, your own confidence, your relationship with food. And on a scale of 0 to 10, 10 being the most intense, the most, I've got a real problem here, just make a little mental note without any judgment. Just you'll know what that number is. It could be a 7, it could be a 9, a 10, or a 2. Just making that mental note now. And then when you're ready, opening your eyes, copying me. Let's start on the side of the hands. Repeat after me. Even though I've got all this pressure on myself to look a certain way, to be a certain way, and to eat certain things, I am opening right now to loving and accepting myself. Even though I've got all this pressure on myself to control what I eat, to look a certain way, to look different to how I look right now, I am opening in this moment to deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I've got all this pressure on myself to diet, to look different to how I look right now, to eat foods that I know that I don't really want to eat, to control the way I feed myself, to nourish myself. And I'm opening right now to just accepting myself just as I am. Okay, on the eyebrow point, I'm controlling what I eat. I put all this pressure on myself. Side of the eye, and I'm tired. I'm so tired of controlling what I eat. Underneath the eye, I'm tired of never feeling good enough. And it's true, I don't feel good enough. I want to look different to how I look right now. Underneath the nose, I put all this pressure on myself to look a certain way. Underneath on the chin, I've got all this pressure on myself to eat certain things. And when I don't eat those things, or I don't eat well, I judge myself. On the soft bit here, so down from the collarbone a little bit to the side. I judge myself. And sometimes I actually don't like who I am. I don't accept myself for what I look like. And I try and eat so well. And then if I don't, it's like I've failed. And the diet goes out the window. And I just think, what's the point? What's the point on even trying? All this extra weight that I just want to let go of. I got extra weight and I don't like it. On the side bit here underneath where your bra would sit if you're a woman, it doesn't feel good. All this pressure that I put on myself, wondering what I should eat, when I should eat, and I don't feel good on the crown of the head. I've got all this judgment on myself and I don't like it. I don't like me. I'm not accepting of how I feel. And sometimes I feel really sad. I feel sad when I look in the mirror and what the reflection back to me is. I don't accept myself. And I want to lose weight. But it's so hard. It's so hard to lose weight. It's so hard to eat clean and healthy all the time. And I put all this pressure to do and be all of this. And it's too much. It's too much to try and live up to this high expectation. And so right now, take a deep breath in. I come to this acceptance. And I accept myself just as I am on the eyebrow point. I accept that I don't look the way that I want to look right now. I accept that I eat the foods that don't always nourish my body. And that is okay. Side of the eye. It's okay to not always eat foods that nourish my body all the time. And I don't always love myself. And in this moment, I choose to accept that that's okay as well. Sometimes I feel like I don't love myself underneath the eye. And that's really sad. It makes me feel sad. This thought of not loving myself. On the spot underneath your nose. The fact that I don't always love myself. Keep breathing as if any other thoughts come into your mind, any other words that you know that you say to yourself, allow those to come up. Speak them out loud. If the words that I'm not saying are resonating, allow the words that are coming from within you to be spoken out loud or in your mind on the chin point. It is so hard to be perfect on the soft bit here. It's hard to try and look and be perfect all the time, when the reality is that I'm messy and that I'm imperfect. But actually, in that imperfectness, I am perfect. So I accept my imperfectness right now. And just while you've got your eyes closed, I just want you to imagine that you're looking at yourself as a 5-year-old young girl, or if you're a man, a young boy. And how would you feel if that young version of you was speaking all these words over you, was trying to control the things that you ate, control your weight, your confidence based on how you looked from the outside in. Because ultimately it comes from a place of not loving and accepting ourselves. What would you say to her? What would you say to him? How would that 5-year-old really speak to herself if she unapologetically loved herself? Just allow yourself to take a few deep inhales here. Anything else? What are the things that you say to yourself? What are the thoughts that go through your mind as you're eating different things? You shouldn't eat this. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't eat at this time. All these restrictions. All these restrictions I put on myself. Repeat these words. All of these restrictions I put on myself. I'm exhausted. I'm so exhausted. And I'm opening to letting this go now. I don't want to control myself, but I accept that I have been. I have been trying to control myself. And I've felt all the guilt. And I do feel guilty. I feel guilty when I eat certain things. I feel shame. I feel shame sometimes in the way that I look. Just really breathe into that. Feeling into any shame, embarrassment, self-loathing, comparison that you sometimes feel when it feels like you're just not doing it right. Or when you feel that you're not right just the way you are. Breathe that out. Feel into those feelings. Tapping on the side here. Tapping on the crown of the head. I release any stagnant energy now. Any energy that is stopping me from just being who I came here to be. Because I am opening right now to deeply and completely loving and accepting myself. Just as I am. On the eyebrow point. I am opening to loving and accepting myself just as I am. Just take a moment here. Close your eyes and just breathe in to your relationship with food, your weight, your body image. And on a scale of 0 to 10, make a mental note now of how that energy feels within your body. How intense are those feelings within yourself when you think about your relationship with food, or how you don't feel how you want to feel? How intense is that? Has it maybe decreased a little bit? Maybe it was a 9 and now it's a 7, or maybe it was a 5 and now it's a 2. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it was a 9 and it's gone down to 1, which would be amazing, but just no judgment here. And if it's feeling still really high, I encourage you to go back and repeat that tapping round again. And you can repeat these words here. So even though I still have this feeling of not feeling good enough, just as I am opening to letting this go now. Even though I'm still not feeling good enough, and I still feel like I need to control what I eat, how I look, I am opening to letting any remaining energy be released now. Because I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I still got this remaining energy that is controlling the way I think and feel about myself. I am opening to letting this go now. Because I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And then start tapping on the words that you're feeling that are coming up. Now, if all that energy is come down to a 0 to 1, that kind of number, then that's when we can go and tap into the positive affirmations. So if you're at that point and you don't need to do another tapping round, then continue with me and let's start tapping in your truth. This is the most exciting bit. Okay, take a deep breath in. I am beautiful. Repeat these words, own those words, feel that energy as if you are really, really embodying these words. I am beautiful. I am loved. I love myself. Underneath the I, and I accept myself just as I am. I accept myself just as I am. And I am making a commitment right now, underneath the nose, to deeply and completely love and accept myself. Just as I am. Just as I am, on the chin point. And this feels good. It feels good to love myself. It feels good to accept myself. Soft bit here. And when I do that, I'm going to choose to do things for me, for my highest good, that nourishes me and makes me feel loved. I'm going to make decisions based on my highest self. And know that if I eat things that aren't typically good for me, that is okay. I haven't botched up my whole diet plan. I haven't botched up the whole day. I just needed that in that moment. And I can eat anything that I want to eat and not feel guilty. Because I love and accept myself just as I am. And when you really do love and accept yourself, you do choose the foods that nourish you from the inside out. You choose to do things that help you to thrive. So make those decisions based on that. So repeat after me. I do things from my highest point of view. I eat things from the highest version of who I am. And I accept and love all of me because I am amazing. And I am fiercely and wonderfully made. I am unique. And I was sent to this earth to love myself unapologetically. On the side here. This feels so good. Just have a moment, just seeing yourself looking in the mirror, naked as the day you were born, and really loving yourself. What are the words that you would say? You love your thighs. You love your body, your hair, your eyes. Just have a moment really visualizing this, tapping on the crown of the head. Any of the other words that you know that you need to speak over and into yourself. Breathing those words in. Say them now. Say them with confidence and say them with energy behind it, like you fully own who you are. Yeah. Okay, repeating after me one more round and then we'll close this up. I am confident. I am badass. And I love myself. On the eyebrow point, it feels good to love myself. And I love and accept all of who I am. Side of the eye. And it is my choice to look after myself and to do the things that nourish me from the inside out. And I get to decide the way I feel. And in this moment, I choose to love myself underneath the eye. I choose to accept myself. in all my glory. Even when I fail, I love myself. Even when I eat things that I know I shouldn't really eat, I choose to love myself. And this feels good. Underneath the nose, I feel good. On the chin point, it is my birthright to love and accept myself just as I am. Tapping here, take a deep breath in, close your eyes. And just breathing in this confidence. Imagine your future self just stood in front of you. Not even your future self, just imagine your higher self stood in front of you. The best version of who you are. So confident in her body, in his body. Shoulders back, head held high, loving and caring and compassionate towards herself. And just in this moment, feel the two of you merging as one. Breathing that way of being, embodying your highest self into every cell of your being. And stop tapping, have your arms out in front of you. Feel that energy in the palms of your hands. Breathe that in deeper, all those affirmations, those truths of who you are. Breathe that in. Take ownership of who you truly are, your beautiful uniqueness. And bringing your hands to your heart. Can you feel your heart beating? Take a deep breath in. Let it go. I am perfect just as I am. And when you're ready, opening your eyes, making a mental note of how you feel now from 0 to 10. How good do you feel on a scale of 0 to 10? I know I feel amazing. So it definitely works on me as well as I'm tapping and hopefully channeling into whatever it is that has been keeping you back from completely and utterly just loving and accepting yourself. It is your birthright. So thank you for joining me with this EFT tapping session. Let me know in the comments below if you feel better, your experience of it, has it helped, and what other videos would you like me to do based on EFT? You know, share them in the comments below. If you would like more one-to-one support, you know where I am. I do courses on self-love which really help you to dig and delve deeper into what is holding you back from stepping into your truth and fully owning all of who you are. We do a lot of the deep inner work together. So I'm here if you need more support, more love, but hopefully this has had a massive impact on how you want to feel today. Okay, sending you so much love. Have an amazing day.